Hey everybody, long time no see. I am Velocirix, and today we're going to be doing something kind of special. Recently, I came into the possession of a save game file from someone who I believe is a fan of the game. It's just that he's also very frustrated with the game. And, the frustration comes from having spent scores of hours trying to play the game and win and kind of running into a wall. I know the feeling because we were all newbies at one point or another. And when I first started to uh, play Old World, the first several games, I pulled out what little hair I had left trying to figure out what I was doing wrong. And finally, everything kind of clicked together. So I got my hands on this save game file. We're going to load it up in just a minute. We are joining a game already in progress, of course. It's turn 94, I believe, somewhat late in the turn. So we'll have a handful of orders that we can play with on this opening turn. And uh, then we'll get to implement uh, our own strategy going forward. Now, I've deleted all the other save files from uh, my directory here. So the only thing we have to work with is this uh, Greek save game. Now, the first thing we're going to do when the game loads is we'll just spend some time uh, looking around. We're not going to be in a big hurry to make any radical changes. We're just going to look and contemplate until we fully grok the situation that we find ourselves in. And only then will we actually start making some changes. Otherwise, we could find ourselves on the receiving end of unfortunate business. We don't want that. So, one thing that I will say, I have a little bit of foresight because I happen to know that one of the reasons this fella sent this file to us was because he got jumped by the Assyrians, who look to be our uh, northeasterly neighbor, and they overwhelmed him, and he got frustrated. Understandably so. The Assyrians are quite a nasty civilization to have to fight, especially if they are bigger than you, because they've got some dark voodoo magic that makes their armies incredibly hard to beat if you're on an even footing. And if they're bigger, then yeah, you're fighting an uphill battle for sure. So we know that that is at least potentially on the horizon, and that's going to be one of the major things we need to watch out for is a surprise attack at some point by the Assyrians. Now, the other thing that I know from looking at a screenshot associated with this game is I don't remember exactly where, but somewhere down here in the fog, there is a little island with some barbarians on it. And this fella had completed construction of his biremes and sailed them off down this way somewhere and discovered this island and transported some troops down there to take it over, built a city on it. And about that time, that's when the Assyrians decided it would be a good time to jump into the fray and crush him. So that's what happened. So, in keeping with the spirit of what this fella had in mind when he was playing the game, we will explore down here, and we will find this island. We will crush the barbarians that live on it, and we will put one of our own cities in its place. So that's a thing that we're going to do. Now, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that if the Assyrians decide they want to play a little rough and tumble, uh, we're going to be ready for that. So that's the other thing we're going to do. How all that unfolds or if we'll be successful, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine right now, but we will do our very best and we will see what we can see. But before we do any of that, first thing we're going to do is look around. So, starting with um, our royal family, looks like we got green here and here. So, we got people holding positions that are pretty happy with us. That's good. We got a reasonably good economy. I'm not overly pleased with our science production, so we'll need to increase that. Not overly impressed with our wood production. We need to do something about that, and we have a whole bunch of forest. I'll check momentarily to see if we have the tech to put some lumber mills down, but we need that. We desperately, desperately need more stone. We're not generating enough food, and we're running a deficit on iron. So while the economy is fine right now, long term, this spells trouble because we're not making enough of anything except cash to really take our kingdom to the next level. So we need to grow the economy first off. I mean, we want to do all this other cool stuff, but none of that gonna happen unless we grow the economy. So that's got to be uh, the immediate priority. But we're not done yet. We got some tradable luxuries. We got two copies of literature we can dole out as political favors if we are so inclined, and that's good. That's a resource. Uh, let's see. On the religious front, well, we are pagan, but we're only just barely pagan. We have the holy city, which is, I guess, where the first shrine got built. And I don't think we have, at least at a glance, I am not seeing any other shrines. So we have this holy city, but we're not really. See, religion is a resource, and we're not really using that resource. Now, right now it's fine. These other families, they're not uh, unhappy with us by any means. But if we built shrines in their cities that these families control, and then they adopt paganism too, then they'll be dark green like the artisan family is, and that's good. So we want that. So we want to. That's another thing to put on our to-do list is we want to build some more shrines, specifically in the Seleucid and the alchemist family, whoever they are. Anyway, the sage people. So we want to build some shrines, but of course that takes stone, which we don't have a lot of. So that begins to inform a general strategy, right? Build some. We need to build some quarries. And we already got some quarries. We already got some here, and quarries are best built next to mountains, so that's good. And so and you get the adjacency bonus when you build quarries next to each other. So what that tells me is starting from like here, I want all of this to be quarry, 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 stone production, stone production, stone production. All that goes away. All those trees get clear cut, and we're gonna make all this quarries. And we probably gonna do it over here too, right? We're just gonna do like a little triad of quarries right here, and probably another one right here. Although we got this fancy mine here, so we could maybe do some mining. But you know what? I think we're going to build a specialist on this mine, take advantage of the training points. But I think that all this should just be quarries. Honestly, we're just going to quarry the heck out of it because we got a bunch of hills up here, and we can put these hills to work as mines. And we got a gold mine here, so that'd be good for adjacency, and we'll do some of that. That should work it out pretty nice. And there's oh yeah, also all this can get mined too, so that's good. So metals, stone. There's a mine here, so we might as well just do that as a quarry, even though that that'd be. I mean, we'll do this as a mine too, although that would be another good spot for some more quarries. But whatever, we'll do a mine there to take advantage of the adjacency bonus. Uh, yeah. We got a couple of resources that we're not taking advantage of yet. We got these elephants here. Look like we got some, yeah, we got some game. So we got a little food untapped. Did I see another? No, that's already been encamped. But we got this, is that, yeah, that's inside of a city border. Is it a farm already? Yes. Oh, no, it is not. All right. So we'll farm that. I'm just, right now we're not in a big rush. Right now I'm just kind of seeing what the options are. So stuff to farm. We got a city that's idle. We can put something to work there. What else we got? And then, oh yeah, we need to check to see can we. We're researching jurisprudence. I'm sure we got the tech to build lumber mill, but let's double check. Won't hurt. Yes, we do. Okay, so we can start putting some lumber mills out, start spitting those guys out. We're going to keep researching jurisprudence till it finishes, just because that's what we were doing. Let's check the military, because I'm not really seeing a lot of military, and we're going to need more. We're going to need more. So let's see. We got 10 workers. Okay, that's good. One scout. That's not good. Nine ranged and six infantry. So 15 combat units. Okay, that's not good. We need like almost triple that. So that's going to be another big priority. We need more troops. We need more guys. And okay, so part of the problem, first thing that I'm noticing here is, see, we've got these cool ranged units. These are good units. These are archery units. They're pretty cool. I like them. And they're all just sort of sitting around in cities, not really doing anything. And they're also diffused, right? They're spread out all over the kingdom. So if we are attacked, we don't have a concentrated force anywhere. I mean, we got a couple of guys here, but they're sort of in the middle of everything. And oh, let's just do a quick spot check here. Yes. So it looks like all of our cities are connected. So we have a good, fairly robust road network, which is good because we don't really have a great uh, like intercoastal waterway, and there's really not a good way to build one because uh, even if we put something here, okay, if we bought tiles or built specialists to close in this border, and we built something here, probably a quarry, and we put a specialist on it, it might connect these borders and give us a quick and convenient way to move troops along this waterway. We'll have to look into that because that would be helpful if that could be a thing. So that could be something cool. We'll look at that. Um, okay, but before we get too deep into the weeds, let's take a look at relations. Okay. This is good. So we are at peace with the Persians, and they're similar competent. So we're similar sized army, similar tech. We're at peace, but we don't really get along too well with the Romans, and we don't care because we're similar in size, and they got crap tech, so we don't care. Because we could, in a stand-up fight, that would make the difference. We could beat the crap out of them if we wanted to. Babylon. We have a truce with Babylon. We're on reasonably good terms. They are stronger and they have better tech. That's a problem. And the Assyrians, who we have some inside knowledge that they may be planning to sneak attack us. We're currently at truce with them and they are stronger with similar tech. So just looking at that, all of that tells me we need more guys. We need more guys like right now. Um, so yeah, that's we need a crash build program for more guys. And what I'm going to do, because I don't want to put right now, we have to focus on growing the economy, and we don't really have a ton of extra slack in the economy to play with. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stress our food supply a little bit. And I don't want to spend a ton of resources initially. So I'm just going to build garrisons, the little conscripts, or yeah, the conscript guys. Looks like we can, or yeah, okay. So we can build conscripts, is what I'm getting at. Yeah. So these guys are going to take food, and that's going to suck because we don't have a lot of spare food, but we can build more farms and stuff and bump that number up. One thing I noticed we don't have any like fish specials. Ah, that's kind of cramping my style a little bit, but okay, we can work with that. There's enough relatively green land that we could, if we have to, we could force enough farms in the area to give us the food we need. So I'm not too worried about that. So first thing, yeah, like militarily, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just build a bunch of conscripts in each of these towns. Those guys are gonna serve as the permanent garrisons for these towns. And we want to leave the towns garrisoned because that helps with discontent. So we want to leave a guy that belongs to the same family as the town belongs to in each town because that's helpful. So we'll do that, but we don't want to sacrifice. We don't have enough main battle units to sacrifice these good troops on garrison duty. So we're just going to build a whole mess of uh, conscripts and let them pull garrison duty, and then we can start collecting all of these widely spaced archers and spearmen and axemen and all that, and start putting them into clusters that will actually give us enough concentration of force that we can do something in the event that we are attacked, or we can use them to project our power if we are not attacked, preferably that second one. So that's a thing that needs to happen. The other thing is we only got one scout, and I don't even know where he is. So let's pull up the military roster here. Show me yon scout. Okay, so he's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. He's not doing us any good over here. I mean, we're not on terrible terms with Babylon right now. And when we get the tech to promote a spy master, one of the things we want to do with our trusty scouts is start infiltrating cities that are adjacent to our territory so we can get better information. And since this is the only guy we have right now, I want to get him home. I want to get him home. Do we have? Well, we don't have open borders with Babylon, so we can't just march through their stuff. That would be the easy solution, but we can't do that. Okay, okay, look at this. So next to Sinjar, look like there's a pass between these mountains. I don't know that that's true, but I mean, it looks like it. So theoretically, we move the scout down here, we bust this fog, we find a mountain pass, and we skate right between everybody's borders and we get him home. Cool. And then we can do other fun things with him later. But for now, let's just get him home. And we got 7 orders in this turn, and I've got a couple of idle workers, look like. But and although we do need to grow the economy, uh, these borders, I don't know when they're going to expand or if they're going to expand, or I don't know. So I want to get this guy home now. So, and that to me is worth spending some orders to make sure that happens. So, but let's don't get crazy about it, right? So let's just move piecemeal. Okay. Whoa. See, look, see this concentration of force right here? That's what I'm talking about. This is dangerous. This that we got with just a guy here and a guy over here, this is not dangerous. Uh, this is more what we want right up here, like that. That's the business right there. And that's what we're going to do. Now, when I play, I structure my kingdom defense. I call it zone defense. So I break down my holdings into zones and make sure that each zone has at least enough guys to do something in the event of an attack. So, in looking at our realm and in knowing some of the objectives that we want to do, uh, Croton, they're going to be zone 1. We're going to build a force here that their job is going to be to take over this barbarian camp that we hadn't discovered yet, but we have inside knowledge and know about. And we're not going to need a ton of guys for that. So I'm going to say 4 dudes. We're going to need 2 archers and 2 infantry to do that. And we may need more. It may turn out that there's a bunch of barbarians down there. It's going to be a really nasty fight and whatever. But right now we're going to say we need 4 guys for that. Uh, this mountain range that kind of bisects our kingdom is a little bit inconvenient because we're going to have to defend both sides of it. And we don't have a waterway that can get us rapidly from one side to the other. So we're gonna have to rely on the roads, and this is the road, right? This is our lifeline. If this road gets severed or cut, or if we get cut off from it some way, we're screwed. So this road is pivotal to the defense of the realm, and that makes this pass pivotal to the defense of the realm. So, and it's in the interior, so it's unlikely that anyone will seriously threaten it, but it is something to think about. This road is everything. The kingdom cannot survive without this road. We need this road. So, just something to think about. Um, our capital will be zone 2, right? Because if Assyria attacks, they're going to attack one of 3 places, just looking at the map. Right? They're going to come through this mountain pass and pour down here. And they've already got some guys over here in the neighborhood that could kind of join in that fight. So that's approach 1. But this is the real problem area right here, Thebes, because they can come at Thebes from 2 different directions. And so that makes Thebes kind of the linchpin of defending this turf. If we lose Thebes, we're in trouble. So this will be zone 3. So we're going to have a group of guys here. We're going to have a group of guys here on the other side of the mountains. And then we're going to have our expeditionary force. Uh, no, I clicked to the wrong place. Down here in Croton. And that will do it. And garrisons in all the cities. So that's kind of the now size wise. So we're gonna have four guys here for now. Uh, this is going to be kind of a secondary importance. It's not as important as over here where they can come at us from two different directions. So I'm going to say, just arbitrarily, this needs to be stronger than our expeditionary force, but it doesn't need to be a full-size battle group. So I'm going to say, let's set an initial target of 6 units for here, and then we can, not counting the garrison, and then we can figure out if we need more later. But six is a good number for that. And then over here, since we have this insider knowledge that says uh, the Assyrians may attack us, we're going to put a full-size battle group here. Now, for me, that means uh, a minimum of a dozen units backed up by four catapults. So we're looking at 16 units here. So you see what I'm saying about we don't have enough troops because we are, if we're going to put six here and four down here, well, that's most of the troops we have already. And that's in addition to the 12 guys I want for here, plus the four catapults that we don't have any of at all yet. So we need a lot more guys. Again, that's the problem. Now, one other thing when you look at though is, I mean, not all these troops are made equal, right? Some troops are going to be better at certain jobs than other troops. And so we want to just take a quick look. Okay, so he got focus. That's nice. I like focus. We can use Assyrian tricks against them because they got that extra. Oh, wait. Is this a? I saw steadfast. Okay, so this axeman need to be. Oh, and he's conveniently located too. Okay, well that's good. So just so I don't lose track of these guys, I'm gonna annotate him with an E, so I know he's supposed to be my expeditionary force. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this guy, right? Oh, okay, well, we'll just keep calling it the Sacred Band, but I'm gonna put an E on the end of that too. And then, okay, so there's two. We already got an archer down here. We don't even have to move him. So why don't we make this three for the expeditionary force, right? And then this archer, because he's conveniently close. I don't even care what his promotions are really. I just want a fourth guy that we can throw in there because we got that one guy that has the steadfast trait, so that's going to give us a leg up fighting. Okay, so look, just like that, we hadn't even finished the first turn, and we've already got our expeditionary force figured out. So that's good. Okay, what else we gonna do? Well, we got three orders left, and we do have a couple of idle workers, and we do need to get busy on growing the economy. So let's spend what few orders we have left sorting out something economical. This dude. What in the world? Okay. Well, no, this guy can't actually reach. He's only got one uh, point of fatigue left. Yeah. Okay. Well, what could we potentially build there? Uh, Not a whole lot. I mean, it's not really good ground for. Okay, I'll tell you what though. It does. Yeah. Let's go ahead and build a farm there because it's adjacent to this farm. That's not a superb choice, but it won't require us to move, and we don't have a lot of orders to play with. So yeah, let's do that. We need food anyway because we're about to stress our food supply. So let's do that. Well, this guy's working on a hamlet. And I'm seeing these hamlets. They're good, but they're also going to take food. So that's going to stress our food. So this guy's sleeping. So let's see. We got two orders left. What are you? Okay, so you're way the hell up here in the middle of. And see, and this is another thing too. If we suspect that we're going to have problems with the Assyrians, I don't know that I want to keep that worker up there, like right next to the border, right? Because, I mean, if they decide they want to get frisky, then all of a sudden we got problems. So why don't we'll spend our last order to move him away from the border, and then next turn we'll get him started on this farm over here, and that's in safer territory, and we need the food anyway. So that'll give him something productive that he can be doing, and it'll be away from the border of our potentially problematic neighbor. That's the general thinkery anyway. And that looks like all we can do. We've spent our now look at this. So that's another problem is here. See, we're on turn 94. We got 27 orders. We need way more orders than that. Oh, like double, right? So that means we're going to need to build this camp here. Probably put a specialist on said camp because that'll give us some more orders. And then we're going to need to build a bunch of uh, strongholds and barracks and archery ranges and all because all that stuff, especially you put specialists on them, so you train your officer training corps. Not only will it give our troops experience every turn, but it will give us more. All that stuff gives us more orders, which lets us do more stuff every turn. And if we get into a fight, we're going to need that, right? We're going to need to be able to move and maneuver and yeah, so we're going to need that. Oh, and we got to choose. Well, this is perfect because we need to make some more troops. We're going to start with a conscript right there. So we'll do that. Get the first one going. When this festival completes, I don't care what else this town needs. We're going to build a conscript there. So that's going to happen next. Uh, because yeah, we're behind militarily, and until we get caught up, everything else is going to get put on hold. We're gonna if we don't, then we're just setting ourselves up to get our throats cut, and I don't want to get my throat cut, so we're not doing that anyway. We'll see what happens. I don't think we're going to get attacked this upcoming turn, although we might. Never know, but we'll see. Now we're in second place. I mean, and it's a neck and neck. We got 25 victory points, and Assyria got 27. So they got more cities than we do, and that's problematic. But we know we can get one more. See, they just bumped up. They just jumped up a little bit. They got some probably some cultural advancement, and so they widened the lead a little bit. But that's okay. I mean, they're still a long way from the victory uh, threshold. So that's fine. We got plenty of time to catch them. But and honestly, once we get the army situated, if we want to, we can win the game culturally and by maxing out the tech tree and all that. But if we, that's how they got that lead. But if we took one or two of their cities, that would flip the score in our favor. Okay, well that's good. Promote Governor Cassander the Inspiring. What is it? So we don't have any lumber mills at present. We could upgrade to righteous and get some happiness. Or we could upgrade his charisma and get a little bit more. So I'm going to go with the happy. Okay. And how old are you? 56. So we're not going to have this bonus for a huge amount of time. But if we do get attacked in her lifetime, that 50% city defense could come in. I mean, I could make the difference. Well, right here, that's the priority, right? We need orders. So this is a quick and easy way to pick up half an order. Let's do it. And because our economy is the main focus, we are going to make sure the workers all have jobs first. That's just priority one. All right. Do you have a camp? No. You need a camp. Yes, you do, because that gives us food and we need food, right? Wait a minute. Is there already? No. There's already a camp that, well, then let's don't do that. All right. So what can we do with this guy? What would be the biggest benefit? Well, he's already working on a quarry. These are not optimal quarries, but they'll work. Uh, hell, let's get some lumber mill cooking, right? We can do that. We don't, I mean, we're losing wood right now per turn. So yeah, give it. Okay. And I think camps get some kind of adjacency bonus from memory for lumber mills. Even if they don't, we need the wood anyway. So that seemed like a pretty safe choice. And you, my friend, we're going down to uh, this plot of sorghum to give us some more food. All right. Well, 6 is not great, but 6 is better than we got now. So, yeah, let's do that. I like this little farm belt here. That's going to come in handy and look like the original player of this game. That's really good farming all the way around these granaries. So perfect. Yeah, excellent. Nothing in the world wrong with that. That produces a big chunk of our food right there. 15. Now I like 15. That looks promising. Let's do that. We got 16 orders left. Let's focus on getting our scout home. Please be a mountain pass. It looked like it is. I'm 90%. Yeah, okay, it is. All right. Well, then that simplifies things. Okay. So as long as nobody's borders expand next year, he's home free. He is home free. Okay. And that give us 12 orders. Let's see. Uh, cautious at plus 25. Cautious at plus 20. Let's check on the families. They shouldn't have changed radically, but okay, they have not. Uh, she's already been influenced. That's what I was checking on. Okay. What about our the Persians? Has the Persian guy been influenced? No, but he owes us a favor. That's good to know. Okay. Well, then let's spend 2 orders and some money, and we'll run an influence mission, and we'll run a trade mission. Uh, the Persians are already on our good side. Let's make sure they stay there. We don't want, I mean, that would be a disaster, right? If we already suspect that the Assyrians are going to cause problems for us, then getting attacked from the Persia side of the map would be the kiss of death. I mean, we already don't have enough troops, and if we had to fight a two-front war, we would just fold like a cheap suit. So we don't want that to happen at all. All right. So we got a Byreme coming out next year. This guy's going to stay as the garrison until the conscript finish. Um, but we could, since we know these guys are uh, going to be part of the expeditionary force, we can go ahead and start just getting them to the coast, right? That's not going to hurt anything. We can we can cluster them together right here on the coast, and they're just ready to rock and roll as soon as we find that island, they're ready to go. Is this? No. Wait, was he? Well, no. One, two, three, and the archer. So this guy does not go with the expeditionary group. This guy need to come up here. Yeah, we don't have a good way of getting him up there. So yeah, we'll just move him over here for now. That'll give us 2 guys, right? We got the garrison here, and then we'll have an archer and his axeman. We can move one of these archers. We'll start getting people where we want them. This guy's hurt. What the? Okay, I don't know how he got hurt exactly. I didn't notice it last time. Uh, we're out of orders. We can't do anything about it right now. But let's walk away from the border. We don't want to be provocative, so we'll make that a priority for next go. And I saw I had some unread mail down there. I should have checked it out before I hit in turn, but hopefully it wasn't anything too critical. We'll try and remember for next time. And I want to pay closer attention to this wounded axeman to see, was something taking a pot shot at him? Was he just hurt from before? I don't know. Uh, One of those events that I didn't look at could have provided a clue. But yeah, see, everybody else got like 40 odd orders and we got 24. That's not, yeah. We need to be closer to parity on the orders front. We've already taken the first step toward addressing that, but I mean, that camp on the elephants alone is certainly not going to be enough to close the distance. So we need to do more, a lot more, and we will. We'll get there. Uh-oh. Well, that's not nice. That's not great either. Okay. Well, he has some discipline for some money. We got some charisma for some civics, or we get some wisdom. Who is this? This is our governor. Doesn't, she's not very disciplined. So Yeah, see the nature of bonuses in the game. My natural inclination would be to take the option for the discipline to reduce the negative, but bonuses get progressively bigger as your score gets higher. So charisma is actually the right play. Now, from a role playing perspective, you could make some other choice, and I mean, none of those choices are bad. But as far as maximizing the gain, uh, the +1 in charisma there is the right answer. Okay. Training a new army. Okay. So, well, I mean, we could get a new tech, and that's helpful. Babylon would get 3 new troops, which would widen the gap between us. I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay. Yeah. See this guy, I don't know. Oh, because he's standing on a marsh, right? Yes, he's standing on a marsh. Well, that's gonna cause a point of damage every round. That's gonna eventually kill him. So let's let's stop doing that. And we're gonna make Thebes our rallying point anyway. So yeah, let's get these guys the hell away from the Assyrian border. Hello. Okay. Yeah. Let's just let's just do that. And then let's we don't have any idle workers. Oh, but look, we have 3 cities that we can now assign production to. Now, Thebes already has a conscript, so let's see if we can figure out something else to do with Thebes. Our training isn't great. We've only got 10 training uh, a year, and that's not really cool. Uh, I don't know that we need more workers, though, but we do need to build troops. Yeah. I just want to kind of scroll through and look at, see these Olympiads would be, I mean, that's useful because they give us more training. So on the aggregate, that slowly builds up our training total. But you know what? Right now, our army is severely under strength. That would be like a long-term play. And right now, in the short term, we need guys on the front line. And so what's our current? Well, we got Axemen coming up here, right? We got like 2 Axemen. So let's just build or let's start training a spear because that's going to give us combined arms. So that'll give us 2 axes, a spear, and an archer for now. So yeah, let's just do that. We'll make the executive decision to just do it. All right. So let's go to Syracuse. Syracuse does not yet have a conscript to stand guard. So, ooh, and boy, they can't really. Okay, well, Syracuse can pump out troops like ain't nobody's business. So it would be a waste of time to build a conscript here. We can just pump out troops basically forever. Uh, yeah, let's start with Amaceman then. That's our from we got the free tech battle line, so now we can build Maceman. So let's do that. Uh, okay, and then our other city up here finished its bireme. And again, see, okay, so we don't have the food. It would be kind of a waste to build a conscript when we can actually build a mainline battle troop faster. It doesn't make any sense. So, okay. So I guess in this case, we will leave the archer. What that means, we're going to need another archer. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Okay. Now, we got 18 orders left. So let's get our little guy home. I feel better. I don't know why. Scouts are so important. We need to find something good for him to do. And we know, again, advanced knowledge of the map, we know that somewhere down here, there's a little island. So I'm just gonna, oh, hey, look, we found it. I don't want to nose right up to it in case these guys are hostile. Well, that's kind of big. I don't even, that might not be the island. That might be another continent. I don't know, but we'll find out in turns to come. Okay, so this guy can just sit tight. This guy can just sit tight. He's going to stay right there. Well, the conscript's coming. Yeah, okay, so we'll just leave him there for now. Who else we got? We got these guys that, yeah. All right, so let's, hey, why are you not moving? Oh, because they've already moved. Yeah, sometimes I'm an idiot. Frequently, I'm an idiot. All right, so let's just get this axeman, and I'm not gonna worry about their positioning uh, right now. I just want them all in the same place. Wait. Was he? Yeah, okay. He was on a range getting some XP. So, but until we need him, we'll leave him on the range to get some XP. What are you doing now? All right, well, you still count as the garrison for the town if you sit on the range and gain XP. So let's do that. We may as well take advantage of it, and then we can get them there in a single turn if we need to. So yeah, that works. We got 7 orders. Do we have anything in particular that we absolutely need to do? Uh, I don't think we do. Let's remember to check this. Okay, Chancellor can be sent on a mission. What can you do for me? Family gifts, which we don't really need to do. Convert religion, which we don't really need to do. Do we have any problematic? Well, okay. I mean, he's right on the line. So, yeah, let's send her off to go talk to him. And if we get a relationship bump, then he'll move from cautious to happy. So, heck yeah, let's do that. Okay. What else? Okay. She can be tutored. Uh, okay. Well, we'll do that. All right. Intercession family. Do we have anybody that? Well, we can't necessarily this even if this works, it won't give us a uh, it's not enough. It's not going to be enough of an improvement to give us a boost to pleased or to happy. But it still, if we get an event or something later, it could set the stage for that. So we only have one order left, so we can't actually do anything else. All right, well, I would say that was fairly productive, and we're going to have a new tech uh, next year. We'll find out more about this land mass, see if we're barking up the right or the wrong tree as far as where that barbarian camp is that we're going to go on the hunt for. Which remind me, we need to put a settler into the hopper in the nearest future since we're talking about clearing a camp and taking a yeah, a new city site. So we'll need to prep for that. But in the meanwhile, I am very glad that we've got some new troops uh, in the works. Now, uh, Eritrea can build conscript pretty quickly. So I think portcullis, my word. Yes, we need spy master like yesterday. All right. Oh, well, look at this now. Okay. Diplomatic aid offer, build, so we can give up some stone, or we can just straight up get a peace treaty, or we can politely decline. Well, you know what? I mean, until we get our military the way where we want it, heck yeah, let's make peace with them. All right. Uh, I don't know. I mean, we got the pagan thing going on. I don't know that we necessarily want Zoroastrianism to spread to our border because that's going to make our family, keeping our families happy, really complicated. And I don't like complications. So we're just going to do this and get some free conscripts out of the deal. I don't want to complicate my life. Okay. Guilds or elites? Well, I mean, we could start guilds and we would get uh, +1 happy for hamlets, less chance of rebels, and okay, we lose some money. If we go with elites, we can store orders. Oh my goodness. And we get more orders for uh, Yeah, legend for more orders for cities in general, but we lose training, so that's going to slow down our military production. Uh, Man, storing orders, although we're not really in a position to store orders right now, but that's too good to pass on. Yeah, that's too good to pass on. All right. So, yeah, I need more conscripts anyway. I think we're just going to do this and get the conscript. Okay. So we lost our governor here. Uh, I want science, babe. Yeah, science. Oh, heck yeah, we want to make her intelligent. Science. Okay, so we got another farm. I am, oh, I am kind of tempted to go ahead and do a granary here, but at the same time, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so because right now we we need stone more than food now. So let's yeah. Hey, no 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 no. What did you do? No, don't do that. I think I clicked the wrong thing. My mouse was laggy and it built a mine instead of a quarry. Okay. So yeah, let's do that. And then we need a quarry here to complete the triad for maximum adjacency bonus. Perfect. And what did, oh, you were on the sheep with the 15 food. Heck yeah. Okay. And this is telling me, oh, because it's right on the river. So this is telling me that this is a superb spot for a lumber mill. And yes, it is. My goodness. Well, we are totally doing that because we need all the trees we can get. Because before long, we're going to have bodkin arrow, and we can upgrade our archers to longbowmen, and that will be a very great goodness. So, all right, this conscript is going to head down here. Ah, we got a bunch of free conscripts. Uh, okay, perfect, because Heraclea is of the same family, so they could use one of these. See, that road is highly inconvenient. All right, well, we'll send him by this southern path, and he should get there next turn. We'll put him in Heraclea, and then we can move the archer north. So that'll be good. This guy is going to stay right where he is. We'll just put him in the city center, and he can stay there. Oh yes, by all means, let's get this guy home and healed. We're not saving any orders, obviously, but that's fine. That's fine. And I didn't get to move my ship. Find out more about Yonder Island, which is what we will call it for now. Right. Okay. Babylon going to duke it out with the Scythians. Okay. Well, that exposed my weakness. That wasn't great. Uh, but, I mean, we did get 2 successes. Lost a point of legitimacy, which wasn't tremendous. But we're not giving up orders for fur, sorry to say. Um, okay, we got the money. Let's do it. Let's give us a luxury we can play with. Okay. Let's see what this new year brings. Now this is uh, our heir. Cultivator. Path where we don't have any nets. We have some camps. That could be useful. We do have a couple of cities with camps. Let's take that. Political rivals should not be silenced. Well, by all means, let's do that. Pilgrimage will enact pilgrimage, enact holy war. Yeah, I don't really want to do either of those, so. So our chancellor, we could get some civics, we could get some training, and again, uh, you get the biggest bonus by upgrading the score that has the highest value to begin with. So rather than trying to cover these negatives, I'm just going to run with what she's already good at and reap the benefits accordingly. Okay. Now, even though this is going to take an extra year to build this quarry in another family's territory, I'm going to do it anyway because I don't really care and we need the stone. I'll pay the year toll that it takes longer. That that's fine. What do we got here? We got a thing. We got a hamlet. Cool, but we need stone. So let's get over here and do that. And, eventually we're going to need to start working on things like strongholds that will give us orders. But before we can do that, we need the stone to be able to do all the fancy buildings. So that's why we're focused on the quarries first, and then we will eventually get to that point. But yeah, we need to grow the economy before we start spending resources we don't really have and can't afford to spare at the moment. Uh, okay, so we got a couple of guys working on quarries, and we're not doing great in terms of metal. Well, we're not doing great in terms of wood either, but let's go ahead and do a triad of mines here to, well, we'll turn that into a full-on diamond uh, to take advantage of adjacency bonuses. And let's see what else we got. He was given an order before we took over, so he's finished what he was doing, and that's good. So, man, this little town is just, is this Argus? Yeah, it just doesn't have a lot of stuff we need. But okay, I think, wait. Let's come here. No, let's don't come there. Let's back it up. Uh-uh. So okay, yeah. Let's build a hamlet here because we need this border bump. Look at that. We need that border bump. And then I need to build a shrine next to it. But for right now, we need the border bump, and I can't build a shrine there because it's only got one um, adjacency. So we'll just have to make that work. Okay, you need to move, Hoss, so I can get some more lumbery type stuff. Okay, let's go this way. I just arbitrarily oh, hey. Fuming Messenger. Warlord from the Vandals is fuming, says the Scythians are a bunch of outlaws and are kind of worthless. And we could, ooh, well, that would give us some free troops. Where are the Scythians? Do we care? Do we care if we wind up fighting the Scythians? Where are these people at? Ah, well, That tells me nothing. I don't even know where a Scythian camp is. So, I mean, do we do I care that we're at war with the Scythians all of a sudden, especially if I can get a free macement? I don't think so. Okay, well then let's do that, right? Because why not? Where'd my event go? Here. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Scythians. We're just gonna. Yeah. Okay. And we got a Maceman, although he's a long way from home. But at least we can explore the turf, right? So that's something. Okay. So this guy, yeah, he can just stay right there, actually. So this is our zone two defense, but now we have a conscript there. And let's see. We got another ship, right? No, well, that's the. All right. Actually, do we? Yes, we have the other ship, but we don't necessarily care if I. Yeah, I only need one ship to create the anchor point, don't I? I could drop anchor right there, and that would be enough to land. Okay. Well, heck yeah, let's do that. All right. In the meanwhile, though, since we have this Maceman, let's go ahead and put him to use and explore this little island. Are there any fish? No. Damn. Okay. Well, then we need to get our butts in gear. Uh, I need to get this archer out of Eritrea or whatever and over here because suddenly we got places to be, right? So let's do that. Okay. Uh, man, suddenly stuff's happening. And we're going to build another Maceman because we need guys. Yeah, we need guys. All right. Conscripted nine. This city can't produce anything, right? It's got no training. It's got no food. This city needs help. I mean, good that we have it. That's something. But for the moment, yeah, this city's not doing anything for us. So it's got weak culture, happiness level of 1. It's losing -2 per year. Okay, well, let's start with the forum. We gotta put this city kind of on a paying basis because it's not going to really do anything for us uh, without some serious work. Wait a minute, though. Hang on, because neither is Argos. Okay, and both of these are patron family cities. Do the patrons have any cities that have actual food or something that could build conscripts for us? No, they do not. So, man, the patrons got some, long-term potential. Okay, sure, but the patrons got some kind of subpar cities going on here. They need some help. I mean, that's just luck of the draw. It's just the terrain, but there's no food specials. There's no, yeah. So. I don't really want to build a forum there. Okay, then let's think of something else we can do. Man, 10 years on the Byrene, 10 years on anything. You know what though? Only 8 years on a settler. Okay, and we need a settler, so let's do that actually. Let's do that. So we're gonna nix the forum and put the settler in. We could probably get a settler faster than 8 years if I looked around, but I, I'm struggling to find something productive for this city to even do right now. So that will work for the short because it solves an immediate need. Yeah, like I mean, even this city can produce them faster. Uh, but I think this city will. Yeah, do we want to do that or no? We don't. We don't. Conscript 8. That's yeah, just as fast as the X-Men. Okay, so uh, we don't really have a lot of good options here. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the way I had it before then. Let's uh let's do the settler out of here in 6, and for the time being, no, no, I'm gonna build another bireme. Yeah, because I wanna eventually have 4. I don't have any special reason for wanting 4, except I know we're gonna need 2 because we got the one at anchor and we got one to guard him. And why not build twice as many for double the cost, right? Because that way we have cushion, we have extra, and I like having extra. So whatever I think I need, I want twice that. So we need 2 ships. We're going to build 4. Okay, and that's all we can do because we're orders constrained. But we got a couple of workers finishing jobs coming up, and that camp with the elephants is one of them. So that'll give us half an order, and then we can put a specialist on. Well, except we'll have to interrupt the Byrene build. But we could do. There's other stuff we could do. We could build strongholds and citadels and all that. And now that we've got a comfortable uh, cushion per turn of stone, we could start to head down that path. And we can't go crazy with it because we don't have that good of a cushion. But we could get at least one more cooking. So yeah, let's do that. Well, on the diplomatic front, I don't think we're gonna have to worry about Assyria uh, attacking us at least anytime soon. Not as sure about the Scythians, but hey, I don't even know where they are, so I'm not too worried about them. We'll get there. We'll get it all sorted out. Tribal raid from the Vandals. Well, as luck would have it, uh, that won't be a problem. Oh, well, looky there. Okay. So let's deal with the tribal raid first, right? because yeah, I don't like barbarians. Screw you guys, man. All right, so he's gonna get a little dinged up, but that's just the way it works. All right, what do we have? We got an axeman. Can he use his spiffy cleave? No, we're out of position for that. He would need to be where the, and we can't use the spearman either. Eh. All right, well, you guys just suck. Yeah, we're going to move him over here anyway because he's what we've got. So, all right, and then I can bring the archer in to finish that guy off, right? So he can come over and just sit right here, and we'll bust this dude. And then, okay, then we got a spear left. This highly decorated spearman is going to come over here. Oh, hey now, what do we got? Camps, food. Okay, that suddenly made this look a whole lot more promising. And I think since we got these guys over here, I think next turn we're just going to kill the Vandals and yeah, be done with that. Okay, so we got another conscript, right? So we're going to take, oh wait, this was the conscript we were originally sending down here. So let's, before I lose my place, let's get him into position. And since we got this free Maceman, I mean, technically that gives us our 4 units that we had planned for the expeditionary force. It's a little unbalanced in that it's 3 infantry and 1 archer instead of 2 and 2. But I don't know that that's important enough of a detail to that we should be overly concerned about it. So with that in mind, we can reroute this guy like up north to our main rally point. So I think that is probably what needs to needs to happen. And this guy was heading to Heraclea. We'll get him where he's going. And then we can move the archer, formerly garrisoning that. Now this is a barrack, so we actually need to put an infantry unit on that. The archer won't gain any experience, so we'll just bring the archer up, parked parallel or adjacent rather to the barracks, and when we get an infantry to put there, we'll park him on the barracks and he can earn uh, some free XP. But that took most of our orders, and now we don't have really many orders for anything else. But that's okay. I kind of want a garrison here, and I kind of don't have the orders for that. So we can chop and clear cut this turn, and then next turn we can start that, and that will give us uh, some more order goodness. A war elephant. Hmm, boy, that's tempting. Yeah, it's no, it's expensive. We don't. I don't have the food to really spare. Okay. And you've already got a garrison. Uh, this town doesn't produce enough training to make it worth. Oh, but you know what we could do? We could totally. Oh, there is not a camp there. Okay, well, worker needs to fix that. Um, but in the immediacy, see, he's only gonna. It's gonna take 7 years. Why? Because we don't have very many civics, which we could fix if we. Do we have a forum here? No. Okay. Well, let's start with the forum, and then we can use that to make stone cutters faster, and then we can use that to make other specialists faster. So, yeah, let's do that. Okay. And we are out of orders again, but we will have 32 uh, next year. All right. Well, we're taking the first steps toward building our orders count. I mean, all this stuff kind of has to happen somewhat simultaneously. I mean, we can't just neglect certain aspects of our economy. If we want to grow, we need more raw materials, resources, food, stone, metal, wood, and I mean, we need that stuff. At the same time, though, we can't just focus on that. We have to. We're growing that just big enough to let us start growing our orders, which takes stone and a lot of the other resources. And so we're kind of trying to create a virtuous cycle and simultaneously grow our military at the same time, so we're not vulnerable, which we will check into right now. Yeah, so he's still uh, stronger, learned. So we're catching up tech wise. That's good. Similar primitive, we don't care. And similar competence. So we haven't really made a big difference yet, but I mean, we've only been playing like six turns, so we'll get there. Okay, so the queen is dead. Long live the queen. Our ambassador is severely ill. We don't like that. Governor has died in Eritrea. Duke consort is the head of Zoroastrianism. That's not great because now he's upset with us. And Rome completes the Acropolis. Okay. Uh, we need this. We need catapults because that's going to let us smash down the cities of anyone who gets in our way. And we need them. All right, so we could get science, but it's going to cost us a little money. This guy's a disaster. He's nice. I mean, it costs us money, but we get happy. That's always useful. Okay, let's do that. I like not having to worry about happy. Okay. And we got the tech for Spymaster. So who do we have that we could put? And let's check our family relations because we don't want to. Yeah, see, so the sages are kind of getting a little pissy. So I mean, he's the obvious choice because at least we're not losing anything. We're getting two science and almost an order, and that's good. I would love to put the matriarch in charge for the 12 science, but she's 61 years old, and that's not great. She's severely ill, so that's a non-starter. He's young too, so he would be potentially in that job for a long time. But see, at the same time, okay, yeah. So let's do that. He's too good to pass. Well, he's not great, but he's the lesser of the evils. So let's do that, and then let's we got to shore up relations here, right? So we're gonna do some uh, we're gonna do some family gifts, and we're going to uh, influence her, and I don't manage luxuries. Nobody's especially fond of furs. We only got those for 40 years. I'm going to go ahead and send them some of our. Uh, well, and now that I think of it now, I mean, we've got it for now. We might as well use it. Yeah. So that still didn't make her happy, but what if the influence campaign succeeds, she'll be yeah, she'll be getting there. So that's good. That took an inordinate amount of orders, but I think overall that's not a bad thing, really. Okay, so let's just continue building quarries. We need, we're gonna need so much stone. So yeah, we're gonna build like a million quarries. All right, what this guy had done the hamlet. He was working on the hamlet. So now that he's finished with that, let's get over here and get some food. And oh, we have a fight to do too. Let's finish the fight. All right. I need a guy that can just finish the fight like in one shot. No, I'm not going to get it. So I'm going to finish the fight in two shots, right? Because he's going to be able to kill him off. Okay. Well, that works. Now, let's go ahead and set up for uh, the next fight, right? Because we're just gonna wait. Oh, I didn't actually pull the trigger and kill this guy. Come on now. Kill him. Okay. Oh, we got a critical too. All right. Well, so he's dead. We got three vandals. So next turn, Maceman's going to come down here. We're going to whack this guy. Spear's going to whack him from the other side. And hopefully that and a bow shot will be enough to kill this and we'll take the camp out. And then they won't spawn anymore, which that's going to happen in 2 years. And then we've got this one guy left that we can send over here and start uh, knocking these other dudes around. But once we take the camp out, that's it. The fight's essentially over. So yeah. Anyway, that took most of our remaining orders. We've only got a couple left. And we're going to build a garrison because that's worth half an order. And we are going to build another lumber mill. What do we have? What does this city do? Okay. He's actually got some good civics and good training. Well, that's awesome. Mm, now I like. It looks like we're working on uh, the elder poet here, or we were like building toward the elder poet, and that is certainly a worthwhile pursuit. I don't know that I'm ready to take my foot off the gas though in terms of uh, making more troops. So elder poet is going to have to wait for a minute. Now we've got two archers up here. What we don't have are infantry to run interference for them. So let's do that. Let's uh, let's give them an axe and a spear, and that will go most of the distance. We wanted 6 guys here. That's going to give us 4 of our 6. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good start. Now I had, uh, yeah. So we got an archer building there. We got another bireme. We got our settler coming in 4. On that fight on the island will be long over by the time the settlers even built, which is fine. So let's get these guys over here. Wait, do I? Hang on. Hang on a minute. What would that what would that do for me? Not much. But okay. Well, no, no. So for now, let's just yeah, let's buy some of these tiles because we're gonna need more quarries. We need to buy this land up to gain access to them. Yeah. Okay. That's the right play. Well, we are still lagging in orders. When we started a game, we were getting 24. We're now getting 30. So we've improved it somewhat, but we've only taken a couple of basic steps toward doing that. I mean, most of our effort so far has been growing the economy and bulking up our troop count and kind of getting our troops organized into defensive zones, of which we've got 3. So it is a work in progress, obviously, but it's almost dinner time, and I think I will stop recording for the time being and get some sustenance. And then, I mean, there's going to be a part 2 of this. We're going to keep going because my objective here is to, uh, I want to take it to completion. That doesn't necessarily mean let's finish the entire game, although we might. But I want to get the army organized. I want to actually, we're going to stab Assyria in the back if they don't declare war on us. We will eventually declare war on Assyria, and we're going to beat the stuffing out of them. Um, Take a couple of their cities and secure our position at the top of the rankings chart, the top of the scoring chart. Now, we don't have to finish the game from there. And in fact, it might be more interesting to kind of set the table and then send my save game back to the original player and just say, take it from here, look at what I've done, look at the changes that I've made, and now go and see if things are smoother sailing. That might actually be an even cooler thing than just playing the game out to the end and making a video about it. So um, yeah, I think I think that will be the ultimate goal. But for now, even though I'm stopping for dinner, I definitely want to continue this thread. So I'll be back shortly and we'll do a part two. See you in a minute. Or, well, yeah, I guess you won't be able to tell, but I'll see you soon.